A master narcissist, H.G. Tudor says. When asking your narcissist these daily questions: how could you do this to me? How could you sleep with my sister? How could you just walk out on us like that and never even contact us for months? How could you treat me like I didn't exist? How could you hit me when you say that you love me? How could you get me into so much debt? How could you stand by and let me suffer so badly? How could you not see what you were doing? How could you not understand what I was saying to you? How could you tear us apart like this? How could you say such awful, horrible things to me? How could you? In our bed of all places? How could you even look at yourself in the mirror after doing that? How could you let me down in such a terrible way? How could you destroy our family? How could you not control yourself? How could you do such a thing to your own children, for God's sake? How could you disappear like that? How could you be so heartless? There is little doubt that you have asked one or more of the questions above, or a variation of those queries when dealing with our kind. Your question will have been asked in a heightened emotional state as your world collapsed and you struggled to comprehend that somebody could behave in such a manner. Nothing made sense anymore. Everything you thought that you knew had been torn up, rewritten and trampled into the dirt. Your alarm, confusion and distress were considerable, and your bewilderment and sheer astonishment that a human being could do such things only served to make your position even worse. Whatever was said or done, no matter how morally bereft, ethically bankrupt or socially unacceptable the act, no matter the level of depravity, the depths to which we sunk and the new low we achieved, you found yourself asking this question. No matter what you did, what you gave and what you gave often, it mattered not one iota because you were left asking this question. Invariably you received no explanation. Denial and deflection ruled the day. Perhaps there was some mumbled explanation or even a demonstration of false contrition by way of a preventative hoover, but whatever our response will have been, it will not have given you the truth of how we could have done those things. We are able to say those things and commit those acts for several reasons. Golden period. You were given the golden period. You were either spared the worst of our behavior for a time period, usually the lesser, or you were given the whole glorious illusion of love, passion and dizzying elation. You received this and you embraced it willingly. There is a price that comes with such largesse, you know, and now you are paying it through us behaving in such a manner as that which has caused you such distress. Entitlement. Who are you to challenge what we have done? Who do you think you are questioning us as to how we could have done those things? We are entitled to do as we please, when and how we like, and you have to deal with that. Someone as great as us gets to behave as he wants, and you ought to know better than to challenge us about it. Necessity. All we do is as is required by necessity. Whether it was to gain fuel, to punish you, to remind you of your position, to reinforce our superiority, to preserve the facade and so many other potential reasons, what we do is necessary, and if that results in suffering for you, then that is how it must be. Our needs matter. Yours do not. No accountability. Linked to our sense of entitlement, there can be no penalty, sanction or reprimand for our actions. We are immune from punishment or consequence. We do not even have to explain ourselves, and therefore this allows us to proceed as we deem appropriate. No awareness. The lesser or mid-range will not even be aware that what they have done is wrong or offensive, since their perspective of the world is different to yours. No admission. The greater knows what has happened is considered to be wrong by you, not that he cares, and furthermore neither will he admit as such. To do so would be a sign of weakness and hand an advantage to you. You deserve it. You don't function as you should anymore. You have gone rogue and let us down. Accordingly, our response was entirely merited by punishing you. No conscience. There is no downside, no guilt or remorse in doing what we did. Therefore, we are untroubled by the import of your allegations. Fuel. We need it. Accordingly, everything is in play and anything can be done to acquire it. How could you not realize all of this? No wonder we get sick of you.